Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, depending where you are tuning in to us from for this World Cup coverage between the USA and Paraguay in the Sophie Stadium in LA. And great game this one as well that we've got in store. And I'm just going to quickly run you through now between USA and Paraguay. This is a off-tube commentary as well, so we're actually broadcasting, obviously not over in America. This is actually being brought from the UK, so it's just coming up to 2 a.m. here, 2 a.m. and 1:53 in fact at the moment, with a 2 a.m. UK time kickoff. And we'll quickly run you through the lineups. We've got USA first of all. We've got Freeze in goal. We've got a back four of Freeman, Richards, Ream and Robinson. We've got Tillman and Adams, and we've got Dest, McKinney, Pulisic and Balogun, who's leading the line for the States. As for the Paraguayans, their team is while I click over onto my second page here. It's Hill in goal, and then we've got a back four of the number 4, Caceres, the number 15, the captain Gomez, Gustavo Gomez that is. And we've got Alderete, the number 3, and the number 6, Alonso. And then we've got a midfield 4 of the number 8, which is Diego Gomez, the number 14, which is Andres Cubas, number 16, which is Damian Ubadilla, number 10, which is Miguel Almiron. It's familiar to Newcastle fans there who will remember him. The number 9 is Antonio Sanabria, and the number 19 is Julio Enciso. We've got loads of people to get through on the bench, and we'll run you through them as and when any substitutions happen. But for the time being, it's pretty much the rest of your squads really on the benches. The referees and officials, incidentally. Just while I go to that, our referee is Danny Micheli from the Netherlands. The assistant referees are Hessel Stikstra and also Jan de Vries, both from the Netherlands as well. We've also got Yusuke Araki, the 4th official from Japan, and the reserve is also from Japan as well, which is Hun Mihara. Probably butchering half of these names, by the way, so apologies if I am. The VAR is Carlos Del Cerro Grande from Spain, and the assistant VAR is Dennis Higler from the Netherlands, and the sub-VAR or support VAR, whatever you want to refer to them as, is Kamis Al-Mari from Qatar. As the national anthems are just being sung, it's actually the Paraguayan national anthem at the moment. So, of course, this is the 4th game here of the World Cup, and it's going to be a great game as well. The 10th time that these two nations have met. The first one being the one and only time that these two nations have met in a World Cup, and that was a victory for USA, which was back in 1930, I believe, with a 3-0 victory for the States. And I did have the goal score, which I'll get to shortly as well. But actually, we just quickly find that now, whilst the national anthems are just going through and sort of in place. So, in fact, just flick over onto my notes again once more. Here we go. The head-to-head, it's been 5 wins for USA. We've had 2 draws and also 2 wins for Paraguay as well. And that one in 1930, as I mentioned, the only other World Cup game between the two nations, a 3-0 win for USA. And it was Bert Pessenord, I think his name is, who scored a hat-trick for that day for the States. And that's the only team, that's actually the only time that these two nations have met on the world stage. As the national anthems are still currently in process. Just welcome into everyone that is tuning in as well. If you want to subscribe, of course, we'll be more than grateful for all subscribers to the channel. We look to grow the channel and get everything out there in terms of being able to bring you some more content. There's some great games on the channel already. We had a game with the opening day, which of course was the opener between Mexico and South Africa. Game full of red cards, that one. Also a couple of goals. But we did watch that here in the studio. And me and Russ thoroughly enjoyed that one. 2-1 victory for South Korea, I should say. As they're just showing Mauricio Pochettino there, the US boss, on the screen there for me. Was the former Tottenham boss. And the game that we brought yesterday, or today, depending where you're tuning in to us from, was Canada's 1-1 draw with Bosnia and Herzegovina, with our very own Paul James on the mic for that one, and a great coverage, a great comment that he did as well for that match. So the two teams are just shaking hands now, and going through the substitutes and all the 11s, and they're all just shaking hands. All massive different people there. You can spot anyone that you recognise. Because there was Katy Perry just giving the national anthem a minute ago as well. Of course, this game is being brought from the Sophie Stadium, as I mentioned, in LA, Los Angeles, for anyone that wants the full name of it. So there's just a couple of helicopters there going over the stadium. Not sure what they're doing, whether they're dropping the ball in or anything like that. I don't really know. But hello, this is just a young lad here with the ball now. Just walking to the centre circle with the officials. Of course, these two sides have met previously, as I mentioned a couple of times. And actually, they met, if you're tuning into us from America, 10 years ago today in the Copa America, with the USA coming out victorious on that occasion by a 1-0. And that was, I believe, Clint Dempsey on the score sheet in that one. I'll double check, but I think I'm correct when I say that. Just showing a little look here into the VAR studio. We should be getting underway very imminently. I'll quickly run you through the two lineups again, because they're going to do that now. So if anyone that's joining us late, it's Matt Freese in goal for America, the US, and then we've got Alex Freeman, Chris Richards, Tim Ream, Anthony Robinson, Malik Tillman, Tyler Adams, Sergio Dest, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic, and former Arsenal striker Florian Balogun, of course, is now at Monaco in the French league. And then Paraguay, who are managed by Gustavo Alfaro. Their goalkeeper is Orlando Hill. And we've got Juan Caceres, Julio Alonso, Omar Alderete, Gustavo Gomez, the captain, Diogo Gomez as well, Andres Cubas, Damian Bobadilla, Miguel Almiron, Antonio Sanabria, and Julio Enciso. The two men leading the front line there for Gustavo Alfaro's men in a 4-4-2 formation. And the two teams just kind of in their huddles now. We are going to be a minute or two behind in terms of scheduling, because of obviously kick-off and all of that. And here we go. We should be getting underway very, very briefly now. Here we go. Let's have a look here. Who is going to get us underway? I think it is the US. Is it that's going to get us underway? Let me just have a look here now. I believe it is. Can't quite see who the numbers are at the moment on the shirt either. We are off and running, and the ball has just gone, in fact, straight out of play there. So we are off and running now, and it's going to be a throw in here, which going to make out the numbers. Be taken from the right back, I think, which I believe, I haven't got to see who that was, but it's just been thrown on now. There's a chance to go through there. It's back to the goalkeeper there, which I think is by Tim Rain, which has knocked that one back. To the goalkeeper Fries. Incidentally, Mauricio Pochettino, the former Argentine player, I was just mentioning beforehand when I was having a little look here as well, that he actually played for Argentina against Paraguay. And there was actually a rumour, well, I don't know if it's rumoured or if it's actually true, that he scored a goal using his hand or using his arm. So the Paraguayans are probably still feeling a little bit aggrieved about that. So there's a chance here now, and it's just good save there. I think it's number 4 now, is it? It's just going to get across in. It's out there for another throw. I think it was Adams that. Sorry, it's Almiron now, I should say. Man, it was in. Yeah, good save there from the number 24 in goal for America, Fries. And there's a throw in here to be taken and thrown in now and headed out by the US centre back, which I think was might have been Robertson that time. In fact, I think it was the left back rather than the centre back. It's just going to go all the way through to the goalkeeper again now, Fries. There's the number 3 is shown there as well for Paraguay. He was just involved with getting that ball in, which was so it wasn't there. No, I don't think it was a number 3 in fact, but no, it was Adarete, yeah, sorry, just a chance here for USA, and it's Balogun, I think, on the end of that one, and good goalkeeping there from the Paraguay shot stopper Hill. It was Balogun there, just got on the end of a knockdown from the number 8, which of course is McKennie. There's a chance here for USA again. It's McKennie and Balogun once more, just involved with each other. Involved with each other. It's number 2, Des now, and it's he's just straight into an offside position. There's the right winger for the US. A good little bit of play there, in fact, from McKennie to get the ball through to Balogun. He was onside, I think, just about as well. And gets it out to Des. Then I think the offside flag was up in the end. It's just out now to the Paraguay number 8, which is Gonzalez. I should say Gomez, not Gonzalez, that's in fact. Diego Gomez, that was. Number 14 as well. Cubas is also involved. Just coming up to 4 minutes on the clock, and it's still US 0, Paraguay 0. Of course, all of the other opening nations have played their games now. Mexico winning their game against South Africa on Thursday, which was brought to you by our very own Mr. Russ Vernon. And cracking job that he did as well. And obviously Paul James brought the other game of the other host nation, which was the 1-1 draw between Canada and Bosnia. Could people who are tuning in please like and subscribe, and also click the notification bell as well for future commentaries, because that'd be very much appreciated from myself, Russ, and all the rest of the team behind the channel. Share it out to your friends, your family, basically anyone that you can think of, anyone that might be awake at 2 a.m. UK time. Anyone working through the night, or anything like that. I want to put a bit of audio commentary on as keep across this match if they're potentially not able to actually see the footage themselves. It's USA in possession now, and it's the number 16 there, Freeman. He's just knocked it onto McKennie, and I think it's just gone out there. Des couldn't quite get on the end of it. Of course, we've got some fantastic games being brought to you across the channel as well. The next one is going to be Sunday morning here in the UK, and that's Scotland's first game against Haiti. And that should be a really interesting test for the Scots. 2 a.m. UK time on Sunday. We'll see how the Tartan Army get on. We're also going to have England's opening game on Wednesday against Croatia as well. Amongst others, we've also got Belgium, Egypt on Monday. As I say, we're trying to get as many games out as we can across the majority of days. So we'll keep you abreast of everything that's happening either on stream or off stream via our X account as well, which is that Commentary Live 1. If you give that a follow, and anything that's posted on there and that we haven't mentioned on stream, you can just follow any direct links to any streams that are put out. Got Nicholas Jones on Haiti, Scotland. Thanks for that, Ross. That's the Paraguay number 8 now in possession. That was wayward pass there from Diego Gomez. It's given away. And here's a break for the US now. McKennie. Out it goes to... Well, there's a good little jink there from, I think it's Pulisic. There's a chance. And it's gone in. It's a goal. And I think it's an own goal as well. I think it's the number 16 that's turned it to his own net. And that is Damian Bobadilla. And we've got an early goal here for the USA. A very scrappy kind of goal, really, in all fairness. But the USA and the US fans will certainly not mind one bit. It's Freeman, the man involved from a US point of view. Alex Freeman, for the 2 number 16s that were involved. And just see some of the clips here of the US fans celebrating. Yeah, good little breakaway from the USA. I think it was actually McKennie. And then on it went to, I think it was Pulisic, as I said. Good little jink from him. Knocked on to, no, it might have actually been knocked on to McKennie from Pulisic, in fact. I think, and it's gone in off the number 16 either way, which is Damian Bobadilla. And yeah, very unfortunate moment for him. But the US fans are certainly, as I say, not going to mind that one bit. And they lead this opening game of their tournament by a goal to 0. It's another 5 in possession now. Robinson for the US. It's played on there. Is it a foul from Paraguay? It is. Referee's just blown up, and I want to take it quickly as well. Try and potentially get a quick second goal there. Number 15 that made the foul, Gustavo Gomez, the captain. And Paraguay, this is not what they wanted to. This is not how they wanted to start their tournament, especially with the fact that they are not in great form against the US either. The last time they actually beat the US was, let me have a look what year it was. It was about 4 games ago, in fact, out of the 9. So a while back now. This Tim Reams in possession. I just knocked it onto. Pulisic has got it here. Oh, good. That's a foul as well. It might be the first yellow of the game, and it is for the number 4, Juan Caceres, the Mexican defender. Yeah, just going back to what I was saying about Paraguay as well. They're not in good form at all against the US. Well, they did win their last game in the warm-up. They won 4-0 against Nicaragua back on the 5th of this month. But in the games against the US, the last time that they won was back in 2011 by a goal to 0. free kick here now. It's a short free kick as well, and it's going to be a number. Is that number 4? I think it is. No, not the number 4. This is might have been the number 17 Tielemans involved anyway. And USA just have possession still, and in fact, it's good bit of play there from the Paraguay number 8 Diego Gomez. He's got a foot in, and it's now thrown in quickly from Robinson. And it's now with Tim Ream. And USA started very brightly in this game, in fact, and the US fans will certainly be delighted with how it's all panning out. As a ball gets whipped in there, and it's kind of half knocked away, and then cleared away at the second attempt by Gomez, but Robinson's got it back. And I think it's McKennie there now. USA kind of just playing a bit of keep. Well, that's a nice little flick there. And here's Balogun now. What's he going to do? He's going to try and get one in, but it's cleared out by number 3, Alderete. And Pulisic is in possession. In fact, it might not have even been Pulisic at that time. I think it is now, though. This has gone out of play here. Seen up by number 16, Alex Freeman, for a US throw. As we just coming up to the 11.5 minutes of this game. That's a good little bit of play there from the US right back, which is Freeman, who's involved, and Robinson's as well. Other fruit juices are available. And here is a free kick again now. There's a foul on. I can't see who that was. It was fouled. It was Tielemans that was fouled. Who fouled him though? Number 16, the man who has been unfortunate to be the difference maker so far, Bobadilla, is the man that got the goal, but just for the wrong nation. Omar Alderete, yes, he's a Sunderland player. Yes, he's playing in the English Premier League. Yes, there's a few in this that have either played in the English League or certainly have ties for the English League as well. Christian Pulisic being another that was at Chelsea. There's a few on the bench for US as well. Matt Turner's amongst the subs, as is also Haji Wright as well, who is at Premier League New Boys Coventry. And also Austin Trusty as well, another one that's a familiar name and a familiar face, I'm sure, to our English viewers and English listeners, I should say, really. And obviously, Brendan Aronson as well, somebody that the man producing this stream knows very, very well and has watched a lot of for the Yorkshire side of Leeds United. I'm sure he'll get on at some point in this game, probably most likely in the second half. Still remaining 1-0 to USA. Let's go up to 14 minutes here. That's Gustavo Gomez, the latest man into the book. Not too sure what that was for, whether he spoke his way into the book there. Didn't really see a foul. But here's Paraguay. They can get a shot off here. And they have as well. I think it's the number 8 there. Which was Diego. No, it wasn't. That was Almiron. Sorry, I should say. He got the shot away. In fact, no, it wasn't. It was Enciso. It was 19 there, not 10. Good little bit of skill as well. He thought he got deflection off of Tyler Adams, but the referee has given it in favour of the US. .14 minutes played, and it's still remaining 1-0 to the USA. We should have our first hydration break in around about 10 minutes or so, and obviously with the heat conditions in America, that is quite a good thing that they're doing. Julio Enciso, ex Brighton and Hove Albion, yes. Incidentally, for anyone that may be interested, my brother actually used to work for a company that was run by Brighton chairman Tony Bloom. And Tony actually took them on a cruise as well, an all-expensive paid cruise and holiday. So, you know, my brother has worked alongside, well, not really alongside, but worked under the tutorage of the Brighton owner there. I'm not even sure you knew that, Russ, did you? I'm not too sure whether you did or not. There's Almiron's been fouled. And it's now Richards here. No. Yeah, Russ has just said no, he didn't know that and thought we were best friends of about 16 years. Yes, so you know you don't tell everyone everything. Here's a chance here for Dest. Or it's just Flanagan trying to get on the end of it. And it's cleared out by Damien Bobadilla. I'm sure I did take it out in the past, Russ. I'm sure I have told you. It was must have been a good few years back now that happened. But yeah, all expensive paid holiday they went on, all inclusive and all that as well. So you know, obviously everyone knows what that means. The chance here for the USA from this corner, and it's with Robinson, and it's a chance here to be headed across, and it's actually begun as a foul there. Number 3. Which is Chris Richards, and then the other number 3, Alderete, both involve each other there, and it's both men that are down. Yeah, I'm sure I told you that last. I'm absolutely certain I haven't found it. Of course, we're going to have lots of coverage of the World Cup over the next few weeks between now and the 19th of July, which of course will be the final that day. And just got a flag here saying Alvaro Yar 79. Not too sure what that means or what that's in relation to, but there's a little flag that I just mentioned there. They're actually having a bit of a water break now. Ream and Robinson are in a bit of conversation there with Pochettino. A few of the Paraguayan lads over in consultation with their boss as well. They're just showing this incident again now between Richards and Alderete. There's we're going to get underway in a minute, but we're back underway in a minute. This could be the goalkeeper that takes it for Paraguay, Orlando Hill. So if anyone hasn't done so already, can you please like, subscribe and click the notification bell on the up and coming games. And if you want to go back once this stream's ended as well, you can also go back and hear Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina from earlier on this evening or last night, and also the Mexican opener as well, and their game against South Africa. 2 very, very good games and 2 very good commentators on it as well. I might add, to that by saying that. I'm not just saying that because they're good colleagues and friends, but that also helps. There's the USA in possession here now. That's given away, and it's Tim Ream there. And it's now number 17, Tillman. We're just coming up to the 20th minute here. Just going to have a quick sip of my hydration at the moment. There's It's Tim Breen in possession now for the US. It's a good play here from the US. The Dest is involved around now, Richards. In fact, I just noticed as well with this USA team, it's actually quite an Arsenal-heavy squad, really, in all fairness, in some ways. Because obviously following that Balogun was at Arsenal. The goalkeeper who was on the bench. Matt Turner was also at Arsenal. Austin Trusty was also at Arsenal as well. So there were actually a few Arsenal links here. No current ones, but certainly past links there to Arsenal. There's USA just got in there through number 8 McKennie, but went out for a goal kick. And it's going to be a throw here to Paraguay. 21 played. It's still remaining 1-0, and it's that Bobadilla own goal. Welcome to anyone that's just joining. If you want to give us the honour of subscribing, then please do so. We're trying to get as much coverage out here as we can in terms of different games, and there'll be games on at different times as well. So anyone that is up at this sort of time, you will catch your own sort of game in the UK. And there'll be games at 9, there'll be games at 11 in UK time as well. I think there's also going to be a game around about midnight. So I don't think we're going to cover any games at 5 a.m. I think that is the Australian game and Turkey from this group, but you know, you never know. Somebody might be brave enough or foolish enough, either way. There's USA are in possession here. It's just knocked on here. There's McKennie now. Tyler Adams also involved. And it's out to Pulisic. It does well. Yes, I'll tell you now, it will certainly not be me covering the 5 a.m. game. I can guarantee that for a fact. Especially because I think on that day I'm due to be going out as well. It's through ball here, and Orlando Hill picks it up. As we're just coming up to the 23rd minute almost. And that's the number 6 that I just saw it through to his goalkeeper, which is Junior Alonso. And, still remaining 1-0. We've got some fantastic commentators here. They're going to be covering games on this World Cup, including Russ that you've heard already, or probably have heard already, Paul that you've heard already, obviously me that you're listening to now, Nick, who's going to be covering the game between Haiti and Scotland. So we're going to have Barry on a game or two, JB on a game or two. There's some new people on board as well that you may not even heard the voices of yet. And you know, myself and Russ can certainly say that we've heard them, and you know, we think they're great assets to the team already at the early stages that we've got them. It's just Richards here for the USA now. And Tim Breen now. Here's Pulisic. Gets a cross in, and it's taking a deflection, is it? It's gone behind, but I think it's actually gone behind for a goal kick. And we are going to have, I think this is the first hydration break here. The first half hydration break, might I add, sorry. And it is the first hydration break just as we enter the 24th minute of the game. And it's remaining USA 1, Paraguay 0, and it's that own goal from the unfortunate Damian Bobadilla, the difference so far. And whilst they're hydrating, I'm also going to take this opportunity to hydrate myself as well. The two teams are just going across now to their respective benches. We've got some great games on Saturday, or later today, including Brazil-Morocco. And that one's at 11 o'clock UK time. So as far as I know, we're not going to be covering that one. I think we might be covering Germany, though, in the opening game. which is on Sunday evening. We are covering Haiti and Scotland with Nick on Sunday at 2 a.m. in the Gillette Stadium. Just showing the goal again. It was very unfortunate, but the play from the US was really good build-up. And it's just come off of the number 16 there. Balogun's in the right position to maybe tuck it in, but really he's not going to get on the end of it if the Paraguay man just clears it away for a corner or a throw. So very unfortunate there, but it's just what happens in football, isn't it? You've had red cards in this competition already. You've had an own goal now as well. And we've had goals in every game as well, so that's a great start. So I can certainly say that I've covered a goal so far, and Russ covered a few, Paul's covered a few. We also had a few in the other game that we didn't cover as well. The two teams are just getting themselves back out now. Just there's a few people here. I'm just having a chat. It's from, I'm not too sure whether it's like US politics or anything like that. I'm not really sure. I'm not that familiar with anything like that, in all fairness. Just Almiron here in discussion with the referee. We are going to be getting back underway now as the clock just hits 26 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for up and coming games. As I say, we're going to try and cover as many games as we can, and we'll certainly at some stage throughout the tournament cover the majority, if not all, of the nations between our team that we've got here on the commentary hub. Obviously this is the sixth nation that we've covered already, and we'll try and cover the majority of the rest of them, if not all the others, at some stage throughout the group, and those that might progress further in the group as well. That's just went out of play here from Hill's goal kick. It's going to be a throw taken by Robinson. Of course, we all hope England do very, very well in this tournament. And the chance here just briefly for Pulisic now. Is it Pulisic? No. Yes, it is. Excuse me. It's Adams. Balogun. Is that a second? It is! And it's following Balogun, the former Arsenal man, on the score sheet. And the USA have now doubled their advantage. Following Balogun there. Just tucking that one neatly past Orlando Hill. But the flag, in fact, is up. So that one will not count. But a good bit of play nonetheless. Yeah, certainly offside. And you look at that there. Not even close. Not even close to being onside. Pulisic offside. It's good play. Nicely tucked away by Balogun. And he looks over with a little grimace to the official, and the goal is disallowed, and correctly disallowed as well. As Balogun there is just trying to G up the American crowd. But yeah, certainly offside. Not even close. Offside by a country mile, really. And it's back with Orlando Hill now. And now it's with Paraguay. And number 10 there, Almiron. 19 also involved, and Ciso. And he wins the throw. His manager liked that, as Freeman is now down, Alex Freeman. He's been helped to his feet by Tyler Adams. As I mentioned, Paraguay won their last friendly 4-0 against Nicaragua. That was with Almiron, Kaku. Also, we had Maidana and also Galaza on the score sheet in that one. And the US, incidentally, they lost 2-1 in their last friendly to Germany. And the goal scorers in that one, well, I know Kai Havertz was on the score sheet for Germany, as was Leroy Sané as well. But the goal for the USA was scored by Robinson. With Pulisic in possession now. And the two sides actually met in a friendly as well, which I'll touch in a minute. There's a chance here, and it's a goal. And this one is Balogun, and this one does count. Following Balogun gets his goal. Didn't take him long on the back of the one that was just disallowed about 3 minutes or so ago. And Balogun does get a goal, and this time the US are now 2-0 ahead. It's a good bit of play from Pulisic as well. Knocked back to Balogun and just kind of neatly sweeps into the back of the net there. And a lovely finish past Orlando Hill. It's a good bit of play there from the left back, which was Robinson. Excuse me, onto Pulisic there. And yeah, just showing a bit from the referee's view. What a lovely sweeping bit of play that was, and a lovely sweeping finish from Balogun as well. That is a beautiful, beautiful team goal. Yeah, love that. That's a wonderful bit of football. From the left back to the left midfielder, and then through to the striker, and tucked away past the on-rushing goalkeeper as well. Yeah, that is good football. Very good football from the US. Here is Dest now. McKennie, and then Dest gets it back. It's now with Adams. And now that is the defender there, Ream, from Richards as well. Here's Pulisic onto Robinson. Anthony Robinson. Now back to Tim Ream. Now Adams. He's playing very well with Tyler Adams as well in that midfield role. He's keeping the midfield ticking over nicely alongside his partner in the midfield as well there. And yeah, good bit of play there from McKennie. Going to be a throw here for the US, and it's just with Richards, Chris Richards. Ream onto Pulisic. In fact, it was actually not Pulisic, it was actually Robinson, sorry, I should say. Now it's back to Tim Ream. The commentary hub understands 2 arrests have been made, including... Well, let me just have a look at that in a moment. Just whilst I go back to that, what was been posted in the chat there in a second from Russ. It's a number 4, just knocks it on for Paraguay. Caceres out for a throw. And Rich is in possession. The commentary hub understands 2 arrests have been made after kits, including balls and boots, were stolen from a van transporting it to England's World Cup training base in Kansas from West Palm Beach. The report there from Russ. So kit and also, so not kit, balls and boots were stolen from the England camp there. Not ideal preparation at all, but hopefully there's not going to have that much of an effect on them. There's still a few days to go before the big opening game for England. Of course, I'll touch on any more of that if we find out any more information at any point as well. Here's Dest now. He goes down, and it's going to be a free kick here. In fact, no, it's advantage played. Balogun on to number 3, Richards, and now Pulisic. Good play from him as well. Christian Pulisic is having a good game here. And the chance for Balogun, no, it's over his head. And now with Dest. And then that's Cinnamon. Dest knocks one in and it's cleared out here. But only as far as Adams. And then a bit of head tennis there. And it's Balogun. Well, not Balogun, so I think it was Tillman, I should say. But here is, was that a foul from Pulisic? The referee says no. The US man does stay down. Not in any real pain though. Back to his feet pretty quickly. We're entering the 35th minute here. USA 2, Paraguay 0. US are kicking from my left. When I'm watching the screen to my right. Of course, in their famous white and red. Here's Richards now. USA 2 attempts on goal and 2 scored. Paraguay have had 2 attempts and no scored. And none scored as Dest. Here's a chance here for Tillman. It's going to be a corner here. Yeah, USA is very, very bright in this first half. They come off Cuba that time, incidentally, and USA playing very, very well. And looking good value for this 2-goal lead. As Tillman goes over to take this corner. We'll take a second or two over it. A few up from the back, including Richards, and also Alex Freeman's in there as well. And also Tim Ream as well. There's a chance here, and that's just wide from Richards, I think it was. We'll just have a look here if it was Richards who got on the end of it. I think it may have been. And it's just nodded wide of the goal. Not far away either. It was Richards who got his head on the end of it, and really not far away. And Paraguay really have to get a foothold in this game somehow. Maybe just a little bit of possession, and you know, certainly need the next goal for sure. If USA get the 3rd goal of this game, then they're as good as curtains really in this this match. Just showed a few celebrities there as well. A free kick here now for USA. And actually, the referee is having a good game so far. I think he's given out a few yellow cards, but nothing too crazy. He's given out 2 yellow cards for Paraguay. I don't think he gave out any for any Americans as of yet. Of course, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so nice and easy. It is actually free as well, so it doesn't cost you a penny. Because if you're here, hit that subscribe button, and you can keep across all the different games we're going to bring to you across this World Cup and beyond, and you know, including lots of games from different divisions. We're going to have the Brazilian division coming up. We're going to have obviously the English divisions, the Premier League, the EFL, the Cup competitions as well. European Cup competitions, the UEFA Cup, the Champions League, Conference League and stuff as well. We're also going to have some other games brought across different nations from different commentary, different commentators, I should say. I'm going to say different commentary personnel there, but you know, a bit posh, a bit formal. As Tim Ream just knocks it back to his goalkeeper, Matt Fries. Of course, we are very friendly, a family-friendly show here as well. So, if we've not really got anyone commenting at the moment, we have got somebody commentating, and that's me. And that's me. This is the 20 to 3 in the morning talk coming out. Bit of waffle for you. But no, not really anyone commenting at the moment. But if anyone does comment, then please keep that family friendly. And we certainly advise comments as well. If they're clean and friendly, then welcome in and have your say. Get your views across. Here's Des now. It's a good bit of play there, but good goalkeeping as well from Orlando Hill. Let's rest in here. If you want to give us a follow, you can do so on X, which is Commentary Live 1. We're also on TikTok as well. Yes, that platform. There's a few videos on TikTok. We don't really post on TikTok in all fairness. We haven't gone live on TikTok yet, but we'll do that at some point. That's the Commentary Hub 92. We're also on Facebook as well. Just search the Commentary Hub and you'll find us there. The page that we've got. There's no Instagram account yet, but I think that's going to be the next in the pipeline. And then we can say we're across all social media then. This here is Robinson. Here is Ream. Now Pulisic. Good bit of play here. Is he going to go for the corner? No, it's actually a free kick there. Pulisic just fouls his man. Which is a number 4, Juan Caceres. We'll have to grab the Facebook account for you. I think it is actually just a Commentary Hub on Facebook, but we don't really post on there. But there has been a few things that have been posted and tagged. I know I posted on there for Paul's game, just to let anyone know what's over on there about that. Commentary Hub, yeah, just type in the Commentary Hub and you'll find it. It's got all of our details there. It's only got 142 followers at the minute, but if you want to help us out, get a few more extra, that'd be appreciated as well. And here is, that's a good bit of play there. In fact, stop Enciso from getting away. Good play here from US now. With Sergio Dest, I should say. 1-2. There's a chance here. Is that going to be a third? No, it's not. Good goalkeeping from Orlando Hill there. Paraguay really are hanging on in there, but only just about. I think they're going to certainly be grateful for this half-time whistle when it comes as well, which is going to be in around about 2 minutes plus additional time as Alex Freeman just knocks it back to Tim Ream now. Captain. Now on to Robinson there. Now Richards. Now that's with Malik Tillman. And that's Freeman as well. There's just a few there. There's now Ream and there's Adams. Now it's out to Sergio Dest again. And when it gets to half time, I'll take a few minutes to get myself a refreshment and then I'll be back in plenty of time for the second half. We're at the US now with a free kick there, but not given. It's actually going to be a Paraguay free kick instead. For a foul by Richards. So we are just coming to the close of this half. I think we're pretty not too sure about stoppage time, because we actually had quite a lot of stoppage time in the other games so far, but we haven't really had loads of stoppages in this half. There's number 4 for Paraguay, and Caceres is in possession, and also defenders as well, which I think was Alonso. Let's just knock forward to the number 9, Sanabria. But always a bit fortunate there from Tim Ream. He just headed it away whilst falling over there onto the floor, but he's got away with that one. And Tyler Adams has possession here for the USA. We'll have about 3 or 4 minutes of additional time. I thought we've got 5 in terms of added time. So you were wrong, Russ, but you weren't that far wrong. And here is number 20, Balogun, the goal scorer for the USA second goal. With Robertson in possession now. And the first goal was an own goal from Damien Bobadilla after 7 minutes. And the second goal was right about the half-hour mark. It's a good bit of play there from the US, but comfortable catch from the Mexico goalkeeper there, Orlando Hill. And, the two nations have met as recently as back in last November in a friendly, which the USA won 2-1 with Reina and Balogun on the score sheet. So Balogun's added to the goals he scored against the Paraguayans now. And the goal scorer for Paraguay was RC. He's on the bench today. 3 minutes for the water break and 2 minutes for the goal celebrations. Yeah, that's pretty fair, yeah. So yeah, that's going to the almost second of them now. And no, Russ, I'm not really did the joke I gave to you in the private chat about the Paraguayan that I just mentioned. You know the one I'm talking about. There's Katy Perry here. Is looking on. Yeah, I knew you'd know. I knew you'd know. Maybe I'll do it if he comes on in the second half. We'll see. He did score against them though, so he certainly was a pain in their. He certainly was a pain for them that day. Although they obviously still lost. Here is the Paraguayans in possession now. With the number 8, Diego Gomez. Balogun just trying to chase it down there, and he does well. But USA nicked it back with Freeman. And the USA going to get a third here, are they? Let's have a look. Is that McKenny or is that Adams? It's given away anyway, but now USA have it back again. We'll touch on the other little puns I was going to give you later, Russ, as well. Obviously, there was one from the guy on the bench. I think he's on the bench for Paraguay or was it US? Have a look. He's on the bench for US. Yeah. If he gets on, we'll touch on what might happen there. Whether he'll be able to rewrite the stars or rewrite the history in terms of the World Cup. The chance here for it was Tillman. That's a good play here from USA, but nicks away. They have got it back. And yes, that was a touch into, I think his name was Zendaya. The guy that's on the bench for USA there. He'll probably come on at some point. I think he's wears number 26. Here's Balogun now. Is he going to get a chance? Does well. Gets a shot away. Oh, what a finish that is as well from Balogun. He's got his second. USA have their third. And this has been a dominant performance from the USA in this first half. And Balogun in particular has really shone out and sort of shined through. Another great goal. And I do sort of wonder and question when you see finishes like that, and the first one as well, why Arsenal let him go. Because, you know, he's showing here what a fantastic player he is. Just on the stroke of the half-time mark as well. Almiron there looking onto the heavens, and as I say, they would have been grateful for half-time, but 2-0, certainly at 3-0 they will be, because this is pretty much game done and dusted, even at this stage, really, barring some sort of a miracle. Yeah, lovely bit of play there, and it's a number 3 there that got the wrong side. He got the wrong side of Alderete, sorry, I should say, and Balogun just smashes that one into the top corner. A lovely goal. And yeah, they're all coming on here. That's half time now. All the subs have just come on to do their warm up, and they go and hug the US players. Balogun in particular is getting a very warm reception there, and actually the Paraguayans, Almiron is just leading them there into a huddle at half time. So yeah, they're in real bother here at the interval. And Balogun, as I say, he's got himself 2 goals. In fact, he scored 3. 1 was disallowed as well. But he's looked a real bright handful in this first half. Robert Dilla was the man that was the unfortunate goal scorer in terms of the opener with the own goal after 7 minutes. But Balogun there has really shone through as well for USA. And they are thoroughly in control of this game. So we're just going to take a few minutes to go and get a bit of hydration and fuel into the body for the second half, and we'll leave you just with a little bit of background music and whatnot, or a bit of background noise here for a minute whilst I do that. But at half time on this 4th game of the World Cup, it is the hosts, or one of the hosts I should say, USA 3, Paraguay. We'll be back in plenty of time to see how the second half pans out, but just going to take a few minutes to go and get a bit of hydration. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of USA against Paraguay from this World Cup. And the US are leading 3-0 with goals from Bobadilla, the own goal after 7 minutes, and 2 from following Balogun on 31 and 45 plus 5. The ex-Arsenal man on the score sheet there. And a great couple of goals that he scored as well. But the first one that he got, the second one for USA, is certainly worth a watch if you haven't seen it yet. Really well worked team goal from the left back onto Pulisic and then through to Balogun as well. And neatly tucked away past Orlando Hill. And actually the second goal that he scored, the third for USA, is a lovely finish as well. So 2 very well taken goals and both well worth a watch if you've not seen them yet. And just going to be back underway very, very shortly in this game at Sophie Stadium in Los Angeles. And there's a real lot of work to do for Paraguay. I'm expecting changes from them in all fairness. You know, on the bench they've got a few names here that they could turn to. One of them being there's a few on the bench there that they could turn to. I think Pita was one. There's Arce, as I mentioned as well, the number 18 that scored in the game before when they played USA and when they lost them 2-1 in that friendly back in November. He might come on. They've got Balbuena as well. They've also got Mauricio that might come on, Maidana that might come on, Rosa that might come on. You know, there's a few players there, and I am expecting to see probably maybe even wholesale changes from Paraguay at half time, because in that first half they were all over the shop. The USA have had a very, very easy first half there, and it's been really light work for them, really, in all fairness. Yeah, I'm expecting quite a plethora of changes at half time from Paraguay. USA won't need to do anything, but you might want to rest a few bodies up for their next game. I think it's Australia, the next one. Obviously, our next game, yeah, see, there are certainly changes here for Paraguay, and I'm not wrong. Number 11 is coming on, which is Mauricio. In fact, the USA are making a sub as well. We'll touch on who that is in a minute. But Mauricio is coming on for Paraguay. And in fact, Pulisic has come off as well for USA. So we'll just do that, because that is for then Berhalter. Berhalter, that is, number 14. We'll do the US sub first of all. That was Pulisic that came off. That's for the number 14 there. The Paraguayans did also make the sub as well, which we'll touch on in just a second. We'll see who the man that came off was. We'll get that through to me on the screen here. On my screen here, so we're just up and running for the second half now. As it's with Robinson over to take the throw. Yeah, the USA have made that sub. And we'll just go through in a minute and see who the Paraguayan man was that came off for Mauricio, number 11. Paraguay just have possession here now, and it's given away. In fact, USA have it back. Freeman there, it's gone behind off of Mauricio. He wasn't off of Mauricio, but you can see him there, the substitute. I'm just going to have a look here in a minute and see who that was. Is reading the possession now from Richards. Now Robinson and not Robinson, sorry, I should say it was Freeman, sorry, US right back. There's a chance here for Robinson now, though. Put out from the number 4, Caceres. Just turned 20 past 3 here in the US, or sorry, in the UK, I should say, on Saturday morning. So happy weekend, everybody. As Tillman takes this throw, let's go behind for another throw as well. It's US that I'm covering against Paraguay. 3-0 to the US so far. Robinson takes the throw and it's shot at goal. It's deflected there and didn't even go on goal in the end. It is Ream just back to his goalkeeper, Matt Fries. Now Richards in now. Chance here for Paraguay to get it forward. It was Bobadilla, the man who scored the own goal. It was replaced by Richard. Thanks for that, Russ. And Paraguay in possession now. There's Almiron. The shot goal. It's in fact a very weak effort there. It's just been knocked on for. Nothing given here now. The US man Balogun involved. Gomez doesn't look very happy with something. Bit of a tussle there between himself and the man who's got 2 of the 3 US goals. The captain there for Paraguay. One of the men that incidentally played in that game in the Copa America 10 years ago today. Alongside Almiron as well, also played in that one. There's a chance here, and it's number 8 there, Diego Gomez, and his shot's just deflected over for a corner off of Tim Ream. It's given away there from the US, very sloppily in fact as well. And Tim Ream had to get a foot on that and did well there to help his teammate out, because that was really sloppy from the USA. You don't do that when you're 3-0 up, you don't do that when you're 1-0 up or any score really. But yeah, needlessly, could have potentially given Paraguay a goal there, but got away with one. Excuse me. The corner here for Paraguay though. It's going to be taken short, and is there going to be a shot at goal there? It is. It's just going to be cleared away, is it? No. Yep. Sort of half and half cleared away, and now Balogun just smashes it out. Number 14 there, which is Cubas. Now the number 4, Caceres. And that's Almiron now. Up against Ream, does well. Wins a free kick to do as well. Yes, he does. And a yellow card for the US man as well. The first US man in the book. The captain there, Tim Ream. Of course, going back to that game 10 years ago in the Copa America, Antonio Sanabria, I should say, was a substitute for Paraguay that day and came on. Obviously, he's starting today. And also, Brainer also came on at half-time in that one. And he has yet to enter the field, but is on the bench as well for Paraguay. And may come on at some stage. There's no US players that I could see that featured in this game and that game combined. Got 4 potentials for Paraguay, which 3 have played in the game so far, and then probably maybe one more in the second half. There's a chance here for Paraguay. Just knocked on by the number 5 there, Robinson. And what's the referee giving here? He's looking at something. A potential handball. Let's see. The referee is going to his ear. What's this? Yeah, mistaken identity for VAR check. What's this about? Let's see. I'm not sure what this mistaken identity thing's for. I wonder if it's for potential red card, maybe. The referee's going over to the monitor. Yeah, it might be the yellow for Ream. Yeah, maybe. I'm just wondering whether it's a potential red card incident that he's looking at. No, it was Ream. It was Ream that's fouled Almiron now. Not too sure what's mistaken in that. Unless he's looking at maybe a red. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's gone to his back pocket. I think that yellow's going to be turned to a red for Tim Ream. Yeah. Oh, no. Let's see. It wasn't Ream then. That was mighty confusing. It's not a red card either. But I think he's actually given it to Almiron. And I think he's actually reversed the decision and given it as a free kick to America, to the US. And Almiron's the man that's now gone into the book. He had his red card out of his pocket as well as his yellow there for a minute. So I was wondering what was going to go on there, whether somebody's going to see red. But yeah, they've just switched over who's given the yellow card to. Excuse me. It's the Paraguayan that's in the book rather than the US man. But Tim Ream, yeah, didn't touch him there, which is probably a fair call as well, as you say, Russ. And Miguel Almiron there trying to con the officials, and that conning got him a yellow card. So, you know, a bit of justice has been served, I feel. I was wondering what was going on when he had his yellow and his red out of his pocket there for a second, but it's a reverse in. He was booked, and what way it went. Here is number 4 now, Juan Caceres, and giving away there. It's going to be a throw for Paraguay. 54 almost on the clock. Still 3-0 to USA. It's going to be a throw, in fact, for Paraguay. Number 6 is over it. Junior Alonso. Back to the goalkeeper there. It's given away. Very sloppy. There's a weak pass there from McKennie. There's a weak pass anyway, trying to find the on-running man. And Orlando Hill got away with one there. Very sloppy back pass. A very sloppy bit of goalkeeping, I should say. But yeah, he got away with that. And Mauricio Pochettino going to be delighted with how these opening 54 minutes have gone. Gustavo Alfaro, not as much so. As his nation are well and truly going to have their work cut out in the second half. There's a foul there, is it? Referee says no penalty. As Balogun goes down. It's on the edge of the area, I think, anyway. He's pleading for something, though, whether it's a look into VAR, maybe. No, not really anything in that for me. Let's have a look again, though. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. Two former Leeds men in the 11 there. Adams and McKennie, and also Brendan Emerson on the bench as well for USA. And yeah, Russ, that's not a pen. Not a pen at all. No. That's the chance here for USA now, and it's Destin. It's Paraguay just trying to do something with it, but it's given away though. I think it's Adams in possession, in fact, now is it? No, it's actually number 8, McKennie, the other ex-Leeds man. We've got some thoughts in the comments from Russ, actually, regarding what his take on those players were when they were at Leeds. Obviously, Emerson is currently at Leeds, and the others are no longer there now. But you know, put a little comment to the chat section there, Russ, and let us know your take on what you thought of them as Leeds players and what you think of Emerson as a Leeds player currently as well. And I'll get through to that at some stage. There's a free kick here now for the foul by Hubis. And USA in possession. Paraguay have it back now though. Pulisic was the half-time stuff for US. Yeah, we touched on that one before. That was Halter that came on. I think we had a touch in this half though. Here is Dest. It's Robertson. And it's a chance here for the number 17 there, Tilma, but good block. 16 there against 9, which was Freeman against Sanabria. This is just showing a few more celebrities there in the bench. That might have been Paris Hilton, I think that. This free kick here to be taken by the number 11 Mauricio, the substitute. We could be coming towards the second hydration break shortly. And I'll just touch on Russ's comment in a minute as well from, I think it's his take on the Leeds boys. Go to that in a second. Here it is, just in the centre of the park here, the USA. Now Dest, in fact it was Robertson I should say, and now that was Dest that time. Now it goes here to, that's the substitute for Hunter. He does well. Wins a corner as well. Off the number 6, Junior Alonso. It was actually might have even been number 3. In fact, number 3. In fact, Richards or anyway, is involved. Coming out from the back now. Robertson's over the corner. Touch on Russell's comment after this set play. As Robertson whips it in, and it's neared out. And it's going to be a bit of a Paraguayan break now. And it's a foul there. And it's the card there for Adams. And the referee just pulled out a yellow card there. There's a foul on the number 11, the substitute Mauricio. Now let's go to the comments here. So Russ says, Alison's doing okay. Some fans don't like him. I used to like Adams, but not anymore when he tried to sue Leeds for not allowing him to join up with Chelsea. Despite them not agreeing a deal, and didn't like McKennie as he was apparently quite slow in terms of the way that he played. So thank you for that. And the US have already equalled the amount of goals they scored during the 2022 Qatar World Cup, which was also at 3 as well. So thanks for those messages there, Russ, and your take on the boys that are at Leeds and have been at Leeds before. As I say, that following Balogun was an academy player with Arsenal, and somebody that I'm still a little bit disappointed that we let go. Obviously, we've got Victor Gyökeres and Kai Havertz and that now, but I think following Balogun certainly would have been a decent third choice, a bit more so than Gabriel Jesus anyway, in my opinion. Here is Malik Tillman now. There's Balogun. Tillman goes down, but nothing given. So yeah, Balogun for me didn't really get much of a shout at Arsenal, which was a bit of a shame. Eddie Nketiah obviously did, but Balogun was quite highly rated by the fans. You know, had a few little cameos in pre-season games and stuff like that, and looked bright, and you know, he certainly had potential. And that potential, you know, sort of shone now for the US and for his club Monaco as well in the French league. But obviously, it's a shame from an Arsenal point of view that we've let this one slip, because from the 2 goals he scored today, he looks a really good prospect and a really good player. Somebody that would certainly have added a few goals extra for Arsenal as well. As that's Adams now, and now McKennie. 1-2. I think it may have been Bahadza, I'm not quite sure though. But USA have it back, and they're just knocking it around here now, and now it's with Tillman. As we've just gone past the hour mark. Just coming up to 3:30 here in the UK as well. And no wonder my tiredness levels are hitting rapidly as we enter the next substitution for Paraguay. And it is the number 9 coming off, which is Sanabria. And it's our favourite man coming on, Russ. One we spoke about earlier. number 18. I think you know who that is. That's RC. He's coming on. So our favourite man's on the pitch now. As USA just have possession here in the centre of the park. It's just knocked back to the defenders. If anyone is tuning in for the first time, then of course, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well for future streams and future coverage. As USA win for a fourth, but good play there from the goalkeeper of Paraguay, Orlando Hill. And there's a bit of a chance there for USA just to kind of knock it around out the back. And it is. Let's come through to the goalie again. So let me have a look here. You see David Beckham there in attendance. David, your team don't play till Wednesday, mate. You're a few days early. Of course, he's a very prominent figure in the footballing world. Here's Balogun now looking for his hat-trick. And it's a good bit of defending there from one of the Paraguay midfielders. In fact, it might have been Cubas. Of course, Paraguay have it all to do here in the second half. 24 minutes. Sorry, almost 20 minutes, I should say, of this half played. There's the number 4 now, Juan Peseres. On to number 3, Almiron from Sunderland. Sunderland were excellent in the Premier League last season and look forward to seeing how they get on this coming campaign. Whether they can keep that momentum up again or whether it be a case of second syndrome for the Black Cats. Obviously Coventry are in there as well. Had you right on the bench here for USA in this game today. Coventry are up now under Frank Lampard. They'll be playing in the Premier League next season. There's a chance here for, what is it? Is that an elbow? US man down here. Paraguay have possession though. It looks like it's the number 19 in the CISO. The shot at goal is over the top from, I think that's, I'm trying to see who it was that just whacked that one over the top there, but there was a potential elbow there. The US man down. Yeah, and CISO did well. Get the shot away nonetheless. It was a really weak effort. There's RCA was also involved, and I think also number 8 Gomez was there too. That's one of the US fans has grabbed hold of the ball down, and I think he wants to keep that and take that home as a memento. Dave Beckham is the president and co-owner of MLS side Inter Miami. Yes, of course, yeah. Also involved at Sulphur City as well. A good documentary on Sulphur City as well. I did used to watch that back in the day. There's a few little documentaries like that I really like. There's the Grimsby Town one, which is good. The Dorking Wanderers one is good as well. For anyone that wants to follow on any little docu series. Here's Sergio Dest now. Also, Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira, best of enemies, was on the other night. That was good as well. We're going to come to the hydration point for this half in a minute. We're now entering the 66th minute of this match. And it's still 3-0 to USA. Just knocked away there. I was talking to Dorking Wanderers. I actually met their chairman a few years ago as well, Callum Best, at one of the friendlies they had against my local women's team, Stevenage Women. Met Callum, had a photo with Callum, and actually was a really nice guy as well. Very humble and down to earth, and just a real genuine guy. Chance here for Paraguay now. And Ciso, but good defending there from Chris Richards. 67 played, and we are now going to have that hydration break in this half, according to the referee there, Danny McKelly. He's called that the end of the third period of this game, the third quarter of this game, we should say. And it's still USA well and truly in control, with those 2 goals from Florian Balogun adding to the own goal from the Paraguayan number 16 Bobadilla after 7 minutes. And the goals from Balogun are on the half-hour mark and on the stroke of half-time as well. And we'll be giving our player of the match shortly. And we've got probably around about 20 or so minutes until I'll be giving that out. And there's a few US names, I should say, that are certainly in my thought process, who I'm going to be potentially giving it to. They've led the game very well from their point of view. Next coverage here on the channel will be the Scotland game against Haiti on Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Got other games as well, Brazil, Morocco, which I don't think is going to be covered. We also have another game to follow as well before that one, which is against Qatar, Switzerland, I believe. Without checking, that is. Some really interesting nations at this tournament, and some really interesting games as well are going to be taking place, and some really good groups. England, Croatia being one. It's going to take place, of course, Ghana in England's group as well, alongside Panama. And incidentally, Thomas Partey is not going to be out in Ghana. Sorry, in the opening game for Ghana, I should say, because he was denied his visa earlier on, or yesterday, I should say, in terms of being able to travel. So the opening game for Ghana is going to see no Thomas Partey. Not too sure whether he'll be able to feature in the other games against England and Panama or not as of yet, but the opening game he will not be there. Sorry, I mean England and Croatia, I should say. The game against Panama won't be there. We're going to have a sub here, are we? No, I don't think we are. In fact, the referee just wants to get us back underway again for after this hydration break. Just holding on there for a second. And still. That's the number 6 over it, Junior Alonso. There's Paraguay get a shot away. And it's foul there from the number 4, Juan Caceres. Wow, a real wave of tiredness has hit me now at 25-4 here in the UK. I've got to pull myself through the next 20 odd minutes or so, and then I think it's going to be curtains for me for the day. As the USA are getting 2 subs ready here now. Is Balogun coming off, so he's not going to get his hat-trick today. Although he's been excellent in this game, though. He's actually been fantastic in terms of the way that he led the line. He is making way. He's going to come off for number 21, which is Timothy Ware. And we've also got Dest coming off as well. And he is being replaced by the number 9, Pepe. There's 2 changes there for the USA. Their third of the game, and that means they've still got 2 more to make. And Paraguay have still only gone to the bench that once with Mauricio. Which is quite a surprise, really. Unless they're kind of just saving some of the other players for the games against Turkey and Austria. I mean, Australia, I should say, not Austria. It's 72 played. USA 3, Paraguay 0. Won't be long until I'm handing over my player of the match to Russ. Chance here for Paraguay. They're going to get a goal back. They have as well. It's 3-1. And it's the number 11, the substitute, Mauricio, on the score sheet. That's the impact you want from a substitute. They've got their goal. And it's a lovely sweeping finish as well into the bottom corner. They've got one back at least. It's poor defending, I should say, from US point of view there. Through Chris Richards, I think it was. But Mauricio gets a goal and Paraguay have one back now. 73 plays. Some good bit of play there from the goalkeeper. And it's knocked on from, I think it was knocked on from the number 19, which is Julio Enciso. And that's a great bit of play and a lovely sweeping goal, as I say, into the bottom corner as well from the number 11, Mauricio. So they've got their goal now to Paraguay. They've got something to build on. It's USA 3, Paraguay 1 now. And let's see whether we can get some form of a game here now from a Paraguayan point of view. What they can do in terms of a bit of a fight back. Of course, I'm not too sure when I'll be back covering another game again, but hopefully not too long. There's a chance here for Tillman. Is it going to be 4? No, it's not. That's a weak effort there and comfortable into the gloves of Orlando Hill. Yeah, I'll be back covering another game in this World Cup next week at some stage. Not too sure when as of yet. But keep an eye across the channels and you'll find out when I'll be next on. And obviously we've got Nick covering the Haiti-Scotland game. We've got games being covered on the Monday. Paul James is bringing Belgium and Egypt as well. We've got games being covered on the Tuesday, I believe. We've got England being covered on the Wednesday. We've got, as I say, games pretty much every day, if not every day for you. So keep abreast of the channel and see what's going on in terms of, you know, if you hit the subscribe button, you can, that's probably your easiest way, and hit the notification bell. Otherwise, just follow our social media accounts as well. The X account is the main place, which is where you can grab us. And all the stuff that's not posted on here will also be posted on there. We'll try and post on there anyway, to be fair, and as well as also posting it in terms of on here. And the X account is at Commentary Live 1 that you can follow, and then just see what's posted on there. As I say, when this game's finished, if you're still up for a few hours or you want to listen to a game tomorrow, before we've got the Scotland game with Nick, and you want to listen to a game that we've covered, maybe you want to watch the other game and still might be interested in our commentary of Mexico, for example, against South Africa, or Canada against Bosnia and Herzegovina from earlier on, or from last night. You might want to watch the Qatar-Switzerland game, or you might want to watch the Brazil game against Morocco, but still have our commentary on as well whilst watching that and keeping across that game too. And we're doing very, very well on the streams as well. The first one in particular, Russ has got a lot of traction on, so I want to just say well done to Russ on that, putting a real sterling job, and that's paid off in terms of the viewing figures as well. Been now on 77 minutes, and it's USA 3, Paraguay 1. Here's Tim Ream now, and now Robinson. Now, chance here for USA to maybe get a fourth. Is it Weah? Yes, it is. It's a shot goal. Yes, good touch there from Orlando Hill. You don't need a big head, Russ. You're all good, mate. It's thoroughly deserved as well for the effort that you put into that comms. We were on about 17.5k when I looked last. So yeah, really, great job. Yeah, cracking effort. Here is number 14 Cubas for Paraguay now. Get it back again as well. And USA can't get it back off them. Yeah, so yeah, just 17, just over 17k, yeah. Just excellent. Hopefully we're gaining some more subscribers as well. I know the game that you covered, we gained a lot of subscribers. I think we gained 2 or 3 on pools as well. So anything that we can also gain on this one is much appreciated for anyone that is either listening live or listens back at some stage. So it's free as well. Just hit that subscription bell and just hit that subscription button and the notification bell, and then it adds to our numbers, and we can carry on bringing you these commentaries and more of them. 523 subs. Thank you, Russ. I think before we started the game with Russ, we were on about 460 or 470 odd, so it's gone up about 50, 60 odd since then, which is great. And hopefully, the more that we do this tournament, in terms of games as well, the more traction we get and the more views we have. As Almiron makes way for the number 7 here, which is Sousa. Also having the second sub as well for Paraguay, which is Case Sanchez. And he has been replaced by Velasquez. That is their 4th subs now. They've still got 1 left to make, I believe. And USA have got, I think they've had 3 that they've made so far. As it's just showing the FIFA boss there, of course. We're almost at 80 minutes here now. This USA leading by 3 goals to 1 over Paraguay. They're looking to get this other sub on as well. I think it's might be because they're holding it up anyway. It's Gomez going off. Number 8, and that is the number 17 that's come on, which is Romero. A chance here for USA now. They're going to get ahead on it. No, they're not. Tim Ream. There's a chance here. No, give it away. There's a number 9 Pepe. They still got it back as well. Paraguay can't get out of their own half, and here is number 17 Tillman. Gone to the corner flag. We'll try and win a free kick here. Is he? Well, it's a good little touch, but goes off of nobody in behind for a goal kick. Yes, that was I think it was Romero that came on, number 17 with Gomez. USA getting their number 7 ready as well, which is Reina. Giovanni Reina. Yeah, I'll do it in a second, Russ. Yeah, no worries. I'm going to keep an eye on this sub. I'm going to send it to you over once this sub's been made. Yeah, just in a second. This is the number 17 coming off Tillman. He's going to be replaced by Giovanni Reina. Send that into the private chat there for my producer. That's been done. So now it's that when we get to about 85, Russ, in around about 4 minutes, if that's all right. There's Paraguay. Can't do anything there. They do have it back though. There's a foul. It's it went down there. The Mauricio Pochettino's in discussions. That's the number 19 and C said it went down. And he's over the free kick as well, alongside the man that scored the goal. Is it the? Yeah, number 17 was Kaku that came off for Paraguay. Chance here for USA to get one away. And they have as well. Got a poor ball into the area and nothing doing. Yeah, that's 17 for Paraguay. Which I've got down as Romero is Kaku. I don't know if his name's like Romero Kaku or Kaku Romero or something like that. Romero, that is. Yes, it is. It's Alejandro Sebastian Romero Gamara, nicknamed Kaku. Yeah, so same person, just different name. It's in Ciso there, just trying to get away, but good bit of play from the US man, which was Richards. If you want to follow the channel, you can do so on all of our social media, which is at Commentary Live 1 on X and also on TikTok as well. You can find us, which is at the Commentary Hub 92. Also at Facebook as well, type in the Commentary Hub. And of course, if you want to subscribe, you can do so by hitting the subscription bell on here, subscription button on here, sorry, and the notification bell. And also liking up the stream as well. I'm going to get through to my player of the match in a minute, which is going to be brought to you by Football Live as well. I'll do that in about a minute's time, probably after this bit of play runs down. In fact, it's with Paraguay now, and it's with the number 18 there, which is Alex Arce, and now number 2, Gustavo Velasquez, and the goalkeeper gets it back from Gustavo Gomez, who given away. And Paraguay do have it back now though. There's a chance here for Paraguay to try and get in. And Tim Ream does well just to knock it back to his goalkeeper, Matt Fries. And we're going to get it back as well now from his defensive man there, Chris Richards. But we'll go through to that player of the match now. So whenever you're ready, Russ. My player of the match goes to the US number 19, the number 22, I should say. He wore the number 19 for Arsenal. That's Almiron Balogun, and he is my player of the match. He has had a fantastic game. 5 shots, 3 on target, 2 goals, passing accuracy of 62.5%, and total passes of 16 there for Balogun. As I say, 2 very well taken goals as well. So thoroughly deserved player of the match there, Almiron Balogun. And he is the man that we've given it to in association with Football Live, the US number 20. I think it's probably quite hard to argue against that, as there's a free kick here for a foul on Tyler Adams. It's going to be taken by Matt Fries. Yeah, we busted it would have been his as well. There's been a few candidates. I thought Adams had a good game as well in the centre of the park. He's looked good. I think that Pulisic was all right when he was on. He had a decent game. I've been quite impressed with him. But yeah, in terms of Paraguay, there's not really been any standouts for them. There's obviously the man that scored the goal, which was Mauricio, who's had a bit of an impact off the bench. But no, I think Bannigan's probably a fair shout, really, in all fairness. Here is number 2 now. Sorry, not number 2, number 3 now, Richards. No. It's a foul there, is it? No, referee says no, play on. And USA go back with Reina though. And this is going to be a foul this time. It's by number 18 there. Alex Arce that goes into the book. I'm going to write a little private chat to Russ here, just as it was him as well. There you go, Russ. Enjoy that for a minute. It's between me and you. Here is McKenna as a shot goal. Is it from Pepe? It's gone behind 4. Will it be a corner or a goal kick? Might be a corner. That's the number 14, Andres Cubas. Rough like that joke. Here's Tim Ring now. 1-2, Alex Freeman. I didn't get to do my joke on. Well, actually, I did it anyway, didn't I? The rewrite the stars guy. He hasn't come on, but I didn't get to do that one really during the actual coverage itself. And the guy that plays for Red Bull, is he on or no? Let me have a look. I could do with one of them right now, in all fairness, to get me through the last few minutes of this game. Let me flip through my notes and see whether he's actually on or not. It's Pitter, the number 25, so no, he's not even on. I didn't get to do that joke either, unfortunately. But maybe next time. There's a chance here for USA now, which is onto Pepe, but good goalkeeping, and it's now. He tried a bit of a shot there. Did who was that? Number 14, Sebastian Bahalta. Saw that Orlando Hill was off his line, but got back really quickly. And just entering the last few seconds of this game now. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this game for you as well. USA looking really good in this tournament so far. We've got 7 minutes here of second half additional time. Yeah, I've really, as I say, enjoyed covering this game and look forward to being back with you again soon. And, just showing here the goal that was scored by Paraguay, and yeah, it was definitely onside. Was Mauricio. We had Mauricio on the score sheet and Mauricio on the touchline as well in this game, for 2 different nations. And we've also had lots of goals as well, which is great to see. And a relatively cleanish game, no red cards or anything as of yet, so not really been a crazy game, which is good. Here's Tim Ream now, and now it's Robertson who gets it back. And bit of head tennis there, and knocked away from Paraguay. And now that's with Robertson from Timothy Weah. It might not have been, in fact. No, in fact it was. It was right. Here's Robertson again. And a chance here for Paraguay to get it clear, though. Just knock it on. is with their number 17, Kaku. And it's out to number 6 now, Junior Alonso. And here is Enciso up against Freeman. Goes down. Referee says no foul though. And USA do get a free kick though in return. And it's going to be, is that a second yellow or just a first yellow here for Alonso? It's just a first yellow for him. He's not best pleased though. He's having words with the USA man. In fact, no, it's his own teammate that's down. It was a foul on the number 4, Tyler Adams though, from Junior Alonso. Yeah, just come up to the 3rd of the 7 played in this second half additional time. There's a good bit of block there for the number 15 twice. In fact, Gustavo Gomez being worded to deny. They are looking at potential. We're looking at replay for a handball, but not for me. It wasn't checked by VAR, I don't think, anything anyway. Junior Alonso is now in the book. And just coming to the close of this game. As I say, we've got Nick on commentary. Nicholas Jones is covering Haiti, Scotland on Sunday morning, 2 a.m. So do join him for that one to see how the Tartan Army get on in that opening game. We've got a tough group as well, with Brazil also in that game, in that group, sorry. That one's being played at the Gillette Stadium. Let's see whether Scotland can start off their group with a victory, just like it looks very much like the US are going to do here. Here's Tyler Adams now. And here's Tim Ream. Now that is with Robinson. He's going to just knock it on. There's a free kick. Yes, it is. Number 17, Kaku, is a man pulled up for a foul on number 14, Bahalta. And just coming to the close of this game. So if you have chosen us for your alternative commentary tonight or this morning, then we appreciate it and thank you very much. And we'd love it if you can continue on that support throughout the rest of the tournament as well. Not just for me, but for Russ and Paul and Nick and the rest of our wonderful team. And we'll always try and get as much out as we can in terms of coverage, and we'll try and post it out in terms of on social media so you can see what's happening as and when as well. We do very much appreciate your support. Here's Weyer now, and then that is we just got possession now. There's Richards and now Tim Ream. Have a look here at some little stats, in fact, on this game. See how maybe a few little information stats that have occurred. It has been a great game from a US point of view. We're entering the last of the additional time. So in terms of match stats, we've had an XG of 1.26 in USA's favour, and 0.51 in terms of Paraguay. 63.1% to 36.2%. In fact, sorry, no, 63.8% possession now to 36.2% in terms of possession stats. 14 shots to 9, and then 5 on target to Paraguay's 1, and their 1 obviously ended up in the back of the net. And 2, in fact, have ended up in the back of the net for USA because the own goal won't count as a shot on target. Yeah, here's Timothy Weyer now, and it's with Freeman. He's entering the final, about 45 seconds or so of this game. Touches in terms of oppositional 50 to 9. Goalkeeper saves 3 for Paraguay, none for US. 17 aerial duels to 14 in USA's favour. 13 fouls committed to Paraguay, 17. 3 corners to 1 as well. 14 shots to 9, as I mentioned. Attempts out of the box, 2 for USA, 5 for Paraguay. and 2 offsides for US and 1 for Paraguay as well. So lots of stats there for you as we're entering the final stages of this game now. And we are going to be wrapping it up any minute as USA are going to be wrapping up this game with a victory. And it looks like it's going to be 3-1. Although we have got Timothy Weah in possession though at the moment. I think whether they can nick a late fourth. But hard to want set, but no, it's with Pepe. It's Weah onto, gets it back as well from Freeman. There's going to be a shot here, and it is a fourth for USA. They do get that fourth, and it is going to end 4-1. And it's the number 7, Giovanni Reina, that has made it 4-1 now. The substitute for USA. Real commanding performance, and that has certainly capped it off now. 2 stoppage time goals. A goal in each half, a first half and a second half stoppage time goal, I should say. This time from Giovanni Reina with a wonderful strike from just outside the box. Past Orlando Hilda. It's a great game from a US point of view. They're absolutely going to be loving this over in the States, and rightly so. Balogun there looking on amongst the rest of the substitutes. He's been excellent today, as I say. Our player of the match for this game, covered. Sponsored, I should say, by Football Live. But yeah, Bobadilla, I should say, was the man who was unfortunate to put the ball into the back of the net for the first goal. It was an own goal. Then 2 goals from Balogun. A goal back from Mauricio, and Reina there right at the end with USA's 4th as well in 90 plus 8. So yeah, Bobadilla own goal was on 7 minutes, Balogun on 31, 45 plus 5 for the second Balogun goal. We saw it in 3-0 at the break, and it was all to do at that stage for Paraguay. Mauricio pulled one back on 73 minutes, and then right at the death there, Reina made it 4-1 in a commanding victory for USA in the Sophie Stadium in LA, and a real great performance from them. Of course, the USA are also in the group with Australia and Turkey. They meet over the weekend to see what happens there. But delighted to have brought you this game today, this morning here in the UK now, and this evening where you are in America. And a real commanding performance there. Of course, Mexico won their game, Canada drew their game, USA have won their opening game. So none of the opening nations have lost. We've covered them all as well. And we'll call it there, I think. And we'll be back tomorrow with Haiti against Scotland with Nicholas Jones. I've been Mike Harniman. Thank you very much for listening. And until I bring you another game, which will probably be in the week, it's USA that start off this World Cup Group D game, I should say, with a commanding and convincing 4-1 victory over Paraguay. The referee just gets a hug there from Mauricio Pochettino as well, and a pat on the cheek, just going over to the officials and just then, well done, good game, and all that kind of stuff. And Mauricio Pochettino starts with a win. It's all to do for Paraguay in this group, even at this early stage. Turkey and Australia do meet in this group, so let's just say later on this weekend. But an excellent victory there for USA. And one that certain US friends of ours, Russ, that we know and that we follow on certain other social media apps, will be very, very pleased with as well. So yeah, USA 4-1 in this World Cup Group D game against Paraguay. Thank you very much for listening, and join us again for the next game, which is Haiti-Scotland with Nick. But until then, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your morning, your evening, wherever you're listening to us from. USA top the group, Paraguay sit bottom, Turkey and Australia play at 5 a.m. UK time on the 14th, which of course is tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for listening. Till next time, take care everyone, and enjoy whatever you've got planned for the rest of your afternoon, your evening, or your morning. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye.